Welcome to the Marriage Puzzle Podcast with Julie and Thomas Hobby. We are marriage coaches who help couples with pain points about money, intimacy, and communication go from being overwhelmed to being secure in their marriage.
If this is your first time listening to us, thanks for checking out our podcast. And don't forget to subscribe and leave us a rating and a review. Let's dive into this episode. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out this week's episode of the Marriage Puzzle Podcast. As we talked about in last week's episode, things are looking a little different for us right now with Julie in the hospital awaiting the birth of baby number 4. And so we're trying out some different things on the podcast while she's out. If we're able to get her back on while she's in the hospital, we'll definitely try to do that. But that's been a little tricky so far with the nurses coming in and out and things like that, and just extra noise. So from an audio perspective, it would be a little tricky for us to make happen. So we're still trying to figure that one out. But we're lining up some guests to be on the podcast here. And we've got some really special guests that we're going to have on the podcast tonight. Two of my faves. They are mine and Julie's twin 8-year-old boys. So let's let them introduce themselves. What's your name?
I'm Thomas.
Hi, Thomas. And what's your name?
I'm Matthew.
Awesome. And I already said you're 8. So what grade are you guys in?
Second and moving into third.
Yeah, you just finished up 2nd grade, moving into 3rd. We're on summer vacation right now. Matthew, you enjoying that? Are you excited about 3rd grade?
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. So, I've got some questions here for you guys where what is Mommy and Daddy's podcast about? Who knows?
Marriage puzzle.
Talk into the microphone.
Marriage puzzle.
Yeah, that's what it's called. And so we talk about marriage. And so I've got a lot of questions here to ask you guys about marriage and what you think about marriage and different things. And so remember to make sure you talk into the microphone so that everyone can hear you, because we all want to hear what you guys have to say. We're going to take you tired already? Am I boring you that much that you're yawning already, bud? I hope you guys heard that big yawn from Thomas into the microphone. Oh, man. All right. So before we get too out of control with this podcast, let's go ahead and start with the questions. So we'll take turns answering. And I'll probably say your name and call on you guys when I want you to answer so that everyone who's listening knows who's talking. Because if you guys just start talking without saying your name or without me saying your name, it might be hard for the listeners to keep track of which one of you it is. Okay, let's jump into our first question. So our first question is, what is a wedding? Talking to the mic.
Where two people get married.
Where two people get married. Yep. Good. So we're talking about two people at a wedding who get married. They love each other. And how much time do you think they want to spend with each other once they get married?
A lot.
A lot. What do you think, Matthew?
A lot.
A lot? Yeah. Do you think we're talking about they want to spend minutes with each other? Or longer?
Years?
Years. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And so let's see. What's our next question? This is a good one. How old do you think you should be when you get married? Matthew, what do you think?
20 or higher.
20 or higher. Thomas, what do you think?
18 or higher.
18 or higher. Okay. Can be whatever you guys think is right. So good answer. And I told you guys this before the podcast, but there are no wrong answers on any of these questions. We're just doing this for fun. So my next question is, let's talk about dates. Mommy and Daddy go out on dates, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yep. So what do you think is a good idea, a good activity for us to go do on a date night, for Mommy and Daddy to go do? Thomas?
Go to a nice restaurant.
Go to a nice restaurant. Okay. I'm going to follow-up question for you on that, Thomas. What would you consider to be a nice restaurant?
Maybe Kobe.
Kobe. Okay. So for those of you that might be listening from out of town, Kobe is a Japanese steakhouse out here near us in Florida. Matthew, what activity do you think we should go do on a date, that Mommy and Daddy should go do on a date? Or it doesn't have to be mommy and daddy. It could be any married couple. What should a married couple go do as a date night?
What
Thomas said. Okay, go to a nice restaurant. Anything else? Just go eat and then come home and go to sleep? Or what else do you
Maybe
think?
go to a game place.
Oh, a game place. Okay. Okay. Matthew, do you have any other ideas?
Go watch a movie.
Go watch a movie. Okay, cool. Look, you guys have some good ideas. I love that. How do you decide who to marry? Who you should marry? What do you think is a good way to decide the person that you should marry?
How
Matthew?
wise they are.
How wise they are? Okay, I love that. That's good. Good job. Thomas, what do you think?
How nice.
How
they are.
nice. How nice they are. Those are good ideas about how you should decide how wise they are and how nice they are. If you could tell any married couple one piece of advice about marriage, what would it be?
Don't do a lot of fights.
Don't do a lot of fights. Okay, good. Matthew, what do you think?
Even if they do something wrong, still love them.
Oh, I love that. That is fantastic. Good. Let's see the next one. How long have mommy and daddy been married? This is just a guess. I know you probably don't know the right answer, but that's okay. I just want to know how long you think.
At least 12 years.
At least 12 years, okay. That was Thomas. Matthew, what do you think?
14 years.
14 years?
I think actually 28 or more.
28 or more years? That's how long we've been married? Okay. Good. So you want to know the right answer? The right
Yes.
answer is 15 and a half years.
So I was right.
So,
I was
let's-
right with 12 years or more.
You were closer with 12 years or more. That's right. So let's just do the math real quick on yours, though, Thomas, because it's kind of funny. You said 28 or more years. I just turned 36. So 36 minus 28 is 8. So that means if we had been married for 28 or more years, we would have gotten married at your age. That's a little crazy, huh? I love it. What makes a marriage successful? Or good is another word for successful.
Get a lot of children.
Get a lot of children. Okay. How many?
Max.
Max? The maximum amount of children. I love it. That's great. Good answer. Matthew, what do you think makes a marriage successful or good?
Having good times together.
Having good times together, like those date nights we were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah? Awesome. Thomas, were you going to say something else? No? Okay, good. Awesome. Let's see. What do we got next? So if you go to a wedding, we were talking about weddings a minute ago. You know, when you have a wedding and you marry somebody, it's like a big celebration, right? A lot of people come to celebrate with you. And so when you go to someone else's wedding, what do you think is a good gift to bring that new married couple? If you're going to bring them a present, kind of like a birthday party, you would bring the birthday kid a present. But in this event, it's a couple that's getting married. So what do you think is something a married couple needs that you would give them as a present when they first get married? Matthew, go ahead.
Flowers.
Flowers. Okay, good. That's a great idea.
Food.
Food. Okay, flowers and food. Those are great. Yeah, I love it. So if you guys go to any weddings, make sure you take flowers or food. Either one. Those are expert 8-year-old recommendations. What do you?
Or we could do both.
Or yeah, you could do both, flowers and food. Yep, perfect.
Or edible flowers.
Ooh, edible flowers. Now we're
Like
really getting
cake
smart.
shaped like flowers.
Okay, cool. I love the idea. That's great. What about this question? What is a good gift for a husband to give to his wife? Doesn't have to be on their wedding day or anything, just any time. What's a good gift?
A ring.
A ring. Good. The ladies will like that. That's for sure. All the wives listening are going to tell their husbands, these boys are smart. They said, go buy me a ring. And that's what they're going to have to do. Sorry, fellas. You guys are going to have to be going and buying some rings here soon. Matthew, do you have an idea of what a husband should give to his wife as a gift? Anytime. Doesn't have to be for the wedding.
Some books.
Some books. Okay, good. Some books. Let's see. What are some good qualities that you should have or you should want your spouse to have? Remember, we talked about the word spouse earlier. It means your husband or your wife.
Organized.
Organized. Okay, good. I love it. Matthew is very organized, just so you guys know. Matthew, Thomas, would you agree that Matthew's probably more organized than you are? Yeah, that's true.
I
That's for
always
sure.
make my bed a ball. My cover's a ball when I sleep.
Yeah, that's true. And Matthew likes to sleep very neatly and make his bed in the mornings. Yep. So that's good. I'm pretty sure Matthew would want to be married to someone who was organized. Okay, this is a good question. Is it okay to have secrets in marriage?
Yes.
Okay. Matthew?
No.
No. Okay, well, we're split on this one. Let's talk about this for a second. Thomas, what kind of secrets do you think are okay?
Maybe going out when they don't say to.
Like that's an okay one? So like when you say going out when they don't say to, do you mean like surprising them with something, like planning a special date night
Yeah.
and keeping it a secret until it's time?
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea, huh? Yeah.
Or like a birthday present.
There you go, a birthday present. Yeah, that's probably a good secret. Yeah.
Anniversary present.
Anniversary presents. Okay, yeah. So you're probably both right in that question. I think that there are some things that are okay to keep secrets because they're good and you're trying to be surprising. But there's probably also some things that you don't want to keep secret, right? Like how you're feeling
Or
and
if the wife is going to have a child and never tells the husband.
yeah, that's definitely not something you want to keep a secret. I mean, they'll find out at some point, right? Because the baby's gonna be born.
Yeah. Or their tummy's going to get so big.
Their tummy might get pretty big. Yep. Mommy's tummy is getting a little bigger right now, isn't it?
It's huge. She ate a bowling ball.
Okay. Yes. Mommy is looking beautiful, right? She's looking beautiful because
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is kind of what we're getting into with having a couple of kids take over the podcast. All right, let's see what's next. How long should couples know each other before they get married?
At least a year.
At least a year. Okay, Matthew, what do you think?
3 years.
3 years. They should know each other for 3 years before they get married. I love it. Love both of those answers. What do you need to do to have a happy marriage?
I already said an answer for that.
Okay, tell me.
That
Tell me
I'm
again.
going to repeat.
Okay, tell me again.
Have a lot of children.
Have a lot of children. Okay, Matthew? What do you need to do to have a happy marriage?
Give presents.
Give presents. Okay, good. I think everyone's going to like that one. What does a husband do best in marriage? Thomas?
Being husband.
Okay, good. That's probably true. Matthew?
Watching over the kids.
You think the husband is best at watching over the kids. Okay, good. What does a wife do best in marriage?
Being a wife.
Okay, good. Yeah, very literal, Thomas. I love it. What are some good things about being married?
You get more money because there's 2 people working for money.
Okay, good.
You have less worries.
Oh, you have less worries, right? That's a good one, yeah. Matthew, you got another one?
But if you have, when you get more money, you have to pay more money. Because if you have children, you have more food to get and like places to go.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That's a good point. Your spouse, your husband or wife, will like it if blank. Fill in the blank. Your spouse will like it if fill in the blank.
You're nice.
You're nice. Good.
Plan before you randomly do stuff.
Okay. Your spouse will like it if you plan before you randomly do stuff. Matthew, you got another one?
Helpful.
If you're helpful. Good. Anything else? No? Awesome. Your spouse will hate it if fill in the blank.
You always keep secrets for everything you do.
Okay. Yep. Always keep secrets. Matthew?
You do bad choices.
If you make bad choices. To be a good husband, you should blank. Fill in the blank.
Do some extra stuff.
Do some extra stuff. Like what?
Like extra chores.
Do some extra chores.
Help the other person out.
Help the other person out, right? All right, ladies, you heard it here first that you can tell your husbands that they need to do some extra chores to be a good husband. All right, let's ask the same question, but the other way around. To be a good wife, you should blank. What?
Everything I just said, just repeat what I just said.
Okay. Last question here. After you have an argument with your spouse, because it happens, right? Everybody gets into arguments. You guys even argue with each other all the time. So after you have an argument with your spouse, what should you do?
Work it out.
Ooh, good one, Matthew. Thomas?
Just work it out and forget all about it.
Work it out, forget all about it. Good. Yeah, so you can move on to the good times. Awesome. What do you guys think? Was that fun? Yeah?
Yes.
You think you want to join us again some other time?
Yes.
All right. Matthew, what do you think?
Sure.
Sure. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for checking out this podcast and tuning in. It was a lot of fun for me to have you guys, have you boys on this episode with me. Thank you for being here and answering all of my long list of questions. And if you guys are new to the podcast, maybe go back and check out last week to hear what's going on in mine and Julie's lives right now that is causing us to do some different things on the podcast. And that'll kind of bring you up to speed with everything that's going on with us. You can also check us out on social media, Instagram and Facebook at Marriage Puzzle. You can go see us there. You can also check out our website, marriagepuzzle.com, and you can schedule a discovery call with us. We will be getting those set up probably for after Julie is out of the hospital. But as always, we look forward to you joining us back here next time. We're together. We'll work on marriage, one puzzle piece at a time. See you later. Say bye.
See ya. Bye.